Do you want a healthy, long life filled with joy?
Then stay tuned.
Hello guys, my name is Dretty.
And my name is James.
And we are
God's
Farmacy. So we are here to remind you that your health is your happiness. So stay tuned. Today we're going to be talking about something exciting. Oh James, what is that?
It's called Newstart.
Newstart. Now, yeah, I know there are several things that we can have a fresh start on, but this is specifically your health. And that is you entirely. So today we are going to dive on the introduction of Newstart. What is Newstart all about? What does it stand for? Because maybe some of us may have heard it, some of us may have never heard of it. Don't worry. Today we are going to go through step by step what it means, what it's all about, and then next time we're gonna go on each of them, right? Making individual videos. So what's the first, what does the first letter stand for?
First letter is N and it stands for nutrition.
Nutrition. So under nutrition, we have several things we'd like to just give you an introduction on. And nutrition is something, it's all about what you eat, right? And if we know the Bible verse that says, whatsoever you eat or drink, do it all for the glory of God. And we're going to see how God even comes into healthy living and why is he that important, right? So by the way, this Newstart is about the eight laws of health. It is all about like the 8 remedies that help us live healthy and looking good. Because we asked you a question at the beginning of this video, do you want to have a long, healthy life filled with joy? How do you attain that? Well, guess what? We are going to discuss about that. So nutrition, speak to us about a balanced diet.
Yeah, well, a balanced diet is basically a diet that has everything that someone needs, in terms of nutritional value.
In terms of nutritional value, that's true. A balanced diet is the nutrients that you need. And the other thing that we're going to discuss under nutrition is a plant-based diet. Now we'll speak more on that, so I'll just say it here. Plant-based diet is proven to have, like, if you go and check people who live the longest in the blue zones, they mostly trust in God, and they also have this other thing that most of them are plant-based and they eat organic food that they grow themselves, So that's the other point. And the other point is, eat 3 times a day. Don't skip your meal. And what's the thing about eating 3 times a day? Should I eat my dinner big or?
No, you should actually, breakfast.
Yeah.
It means breaking from a fast. So you've been fasting the whole night. So when you wake up, you're quite hungry and you need to have a heavy meal in the morning. And then at lunchtime, you can have a lighter meal. And then dinner time, you can have a very light meal.
But why should I have a light meal? Anyway, we're going to dive that under nutrition. But one of them is you get nightmares. And we'll go into that. So N stands for nutrition, and that's just an introduction we wanted to give you. Basically, have a balanced diet, eat 3 times a day, breakfast being the heaviest and your dinner being the lightest. And also, take care of yourself in terms of nutrition. Don't just eat anything. Eat plant-based because that's the best. And next is
exercise.
So under Newstart, the next letter is E, which stands for exercise. So Mr. Runner, tell us more about exercise.
Yeah, it's not all about running.
Yeah.
Just a simple walk.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be intense. It's not even supposed to be extreme. So just taking a walk, every day, it's very important for us.
Yeah.
And every one of us can do that.
That's true.
Yeah.
I know, as I shared before, many people out there, and I'm so happy for those that do intense exercises. It's okay, you can do it if you can, right? But for some of us who are just beginners in that exercise zone. And you don't have to go to the gym, lift weights and all that. Something as simple as going out and getting fresh air as you exercise, moving your muscles, that's the best thing. And actually walking is proven to be one of the best things for our body, like just simple walking, it helps lose weight and all these other things. And by the way, the best time to go for walks is in the morning or in the evening, because during those times, like the air is more clear. Like it's more fresh, should I say. When I say clear, I hope you guys get, not in terms of the eyes, but in terms of like there's no pollution, you know what I mean? Because like early in the morning, if okay, I've ever been at work like very early in the morning, and when you move there isn't even no car on the street, right? So early in the morning or in the evening, when like life has slowed down, there is less pollution. Yeah, so it's really good for you to go for a walk during that time. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, James, what's the next one?
Yeah, the next one is W, of course, and it stands for water.
Water.
Yeah. Yeah, so water is very important for us, and like a basic thing is to have 8 cups of water, right?
8 cups of water
But
a day.
does it have to be 8 cups or?
No, so again it depends, right? If you have a condition, a health condition, or and again it depends on age, and it also depends on your health condition. If you have a health condition going on, maybe you have a fever, you might need to take more water. But under normal conditions, and if you're an adult, 8 cups is what's recommended for you in a day. So please remember to drink your water, because you guys, when we dive into water, we're gonna speak a lot, because water does so much in your body, and you wouldn't believe that just drinking a glass of water can do so much for you, And remember, water, your body is made up of 70% water. Even the earth is made up of water, like the biggest part of is made up of water. So please remember to drink your water. Okay, so we wanted to just remind you to remember to like, share
and subscribe.
And subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, remember we are unfiltered, we are practical, and I know for today we're kind of like just seated talking to you, but next time there's more to come. So please remember to subscribe and hit that notification button so that you can receive our new and latest videos. Yeah. So okay, next is S, and that is for
sunlight.
Sunlight. Speak to us about sunlight, James.
Yeah, sunlight is so important.
Yeah.
Like we spoke about exercise and taking a walk.
Yeah.
You don't have to schedule a time. Oh, I'll get out there and get some sun. When you're going for a walk, you're not just exercising, you're also getting that sunlight.
Yeah,
right?
And let's say if you're not like in the mood of walking, or maybe that day you were not able to go for a walk, just go sit on your balcony, have a seat, have that, like those sun rays get in, because the sun provides us with vitamin D, and vitamin D is very, very, very important for our health. It boosts our immunity, and it does so much for us. So please remember to go and get your vitamin D from the sun.
Yeah, and speaking of immunity, why do we have to have strong immunity?
Because that helps us fight
diseases, right?
Yeah. So that's very important. So you want to live healthy? These are the simple tricks, and I know guys, you're like, are these guys serious? So me just getting sunlight, it does a lot. Let me tell you, the simple things in life are the ones that matter the most, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about 4 things here already.
Yeah.
And they're all simple,
Yeah, very simple. Like just eating a plant-based, and I know, okay, some people, as we said, when they think of like eating plant-based, or when they think of eating healthy, they're like, oh my, you're bringing a whole puzzle to me that I won't be able to fix. But don't worry, we are here to walk with you, and we're going to speak to you when we go and broaden up that topic. And things like drinking water, taking a walk, I think they're the easiest things to do if you have the right motivation. And that's why we would like to tell you, go follow our Instagram page at God's Farmacy. So go follow us for more tips, inspirational tips, some recipes, and all these other things. Okay, so yeah, okay, next
is T, and it stands for temperance.
Temperance. Big word, huh?
Yeah.
Let's break it down.
So temperance is just, avoiding the bad things in life,
Yeah.
and just trying to have a balance.
Yeah, having a balance. Because let me tell you, you may eat plant-based, but you're overdoing it. You're becoming glutinous.
Yeah.
Or you eat plant-based, but you're not having enough.
Yeah,
so that's why we talked about balanced diet. Same thing with water. Someone can drink too much water, it's bad, or they drink less. So it's not also just about the bad things, it's also about good things. Good things can be abused, right? So remember to have temperance in everything, your behavior, your character, because that in turn helps you. You may be like, how does me being having a good behavior help? Let me tell you, being kind to someone, there is a way you feel joy in your heart. Avoiding things like alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, and all these things, it can help, and we all know that, right? And again, we're going to dive into these topics. I'm just reminding you guys, we're going to open it broader. And if you have any questions, DM us at God's Farmacy. Don't forget, don't hesitate. And if you have any comments too, pop them down. What's one that you have a hard time with? So far, what we have talked about, is it temperance? Is it drinking water? I know so many people who have an issue with drinking water,
sure.
and we can share with you the tips that we use. So next is
air.
Air.
And I mean, air is something that, as we spoke about exercise, you're going out there for a walk, getting your sunlight, and at the same time you're taking in that fresh air,
Yeah.
And when we spoke about the good times to go for walks, like the evenings and the mornings where, it's not so much polluted, then you are able to get that fresh air.
Yeah, and the other thing I'll say about air, you guys, let's be realistic. Who would live without air? We can all go some days without food and water. We're like, I'm okay. But let me give you 1 minute without air. So guys, go for your fresh air. And for most people who are like in North America or these developed countries, especially in the winter, we're forced to stay in. Whatever weather it is, find the motivation and go out, especially in like the woods or to the park or to places that are surrounded by trees. Now, if you guys know the little biology, it's like, your carbon dioxide is taken by the plants and they give you oxygen. So you get like, imagine getting that air right from the industry, directly to your nose, you guys.
And the winter has very fresh air.
Very fresh air, yeah. So however much it's cold, remember these houses can't give you fresh air because the windows and the doors. Instead, go to the source, the trees. Stand and take deep breaths because it helps with your lung capacity and it helps.
They also help, taking deep breaths also helps with anxiety. Air is very important for us, and it makes the blood clean and gives out toxins out of the body.
That's true. Okay, next we are going to our favorite one we all enjoy.
R, which is rest.
Rest. Who doesn't love sleep? Bye-bye. Who doesn't love sleep?
Who doesn't love relaxing?
I'm telling you, relaxing. You guys, sleep. How many hours of sleep should we have?
8 hours is good,
But some of us have more. Some of us have less. So you see, in all these things, Jay, what I'm saying is that we must have a balance. Because there is a way sleep is a good thing, but you can end up abusing.
You can overdo it, you can underdo
when
it.
I say abuse, okay, sorry if I'm using the wrong words. As I said, this is uncut. Guys, we are talking, we're having a conversation, so don't make me go to the dictionary, look for words. Okay, Choka, you got what I'm saying. So, as I was saying, because we were talking about sleep, some people like me, we go to 12 hours sometimes. And there are some people who can go, they say we're hardworking, we go for sleep 4 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours, please get enough. Recommended 8, but you can go to 9.
Yeah.
Above that.
At times when you're sick, like
Yeah,
your
but
body needs
again, this depends on
Yeah.
your health condition, guys. Now I'm speaking under normal conditions. If you have a health condition, please make sure you seek advice from your doctor so that they can tell you what you need.
And there's one thing about sleeping, it's good to sleep a little bit early, right?
Yeah.
Why? Early to bed?
Early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and
I had
wise.
forgotten that last part.
And wise.
Yeah.
Anyway, so guys, rest is a big thing. Early to bed, early to rise, and the time that we recommend is 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Because man, I've had friends where I'm speaking to them about sleep, and they're like, "Hey, me, I sleep 8 hours." Then you're like, "What time did you sleep?" 3 a.m. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"But you literally missed the good time."
And then
the
you
good
wake
time.
up tired.
You wake up
Yeah.
tired, and you guys can do this experiment on your own. If you don't sleep early, you'll end up feeling so tired during your day. It's just a thing. So try to sleep by latest 10. Latest, guys. When I get that day was busy 11, and I know I'm
Yeah.
speaking to myself too. We're all in this
Me too.
together, guys. Okay. So from 10 to 6, 10 to 7. That's good. Okay, the last one.
Yeah.
The one we all need but refuse because we don't want to accept.
Yeah.
That is
Trusting in God.
trusting in God. Trusting in God. What is the benefit of trusting in God, Jay?
I mean, God is the one who designed us,
Amen.
And when we trust Him, it's like we leave our burdens to Him.
Amen.
And He takes care of them. So
Burdens are lifted at Calvary. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we leave our burdens to Him and we don't worry. We just walk about the day, a little bit relaxed, and it actually leads to longer life.
Yeah.
And the blue
Yeah.
zones that we were talking about,
Yeah.
people
normally
there,
have-
they live like 100 years,
Yeah.
110, and they trust in God.
And let me tell you another thing about trusting in God. There is a way you live a stress-free life.
Yeah.
Why? You have someone, as you say, burdens are lifted at Calvary. You have someone whom you can get off this load of life, like work was terrible, home is this and all, and lift it to someone. Just imagine, have you guys ever felt like you have a lot on your heart that you just need to call that one friend and just,
Yeah.
and at least you feel like,
Yeah.
okay, now I can breathe, yeah, it has happened. And God is saying, hey, I know that you can't handle all these things, but I'm here. I can handle it. Bring it to me, He says, for my yoke is light. Oh no, I don't know. I don't remember the verse, but he's saying his yoke is light. Take my yoke, because our yoke is heavy, but his is light. So he's saying, let's exchange so that, you live a happier life, a merry life. And God is giving us all these gifts that I don't know why we refuse to pick them up. But it's like, imagine gifts falling and then we're like, nah, I think I'll deny that. And yet the benefits. So guys, if you want to be happy, live a long life, filled with, not going to the hospital, but rather, enjoying your life with the people that you love, then we recommend you to follow these 8 health rules. We'll just say them shortly: nutrition,
Exercise,
water,
temperance,
sunlight. Follow the order, you
I'm
guys.
going fast, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sunlight, temperance,
Uh-huh.
air, rest.
Trust in God. So that is Newstart for you. I hope you enjoyed our introduction video. Remember guys, these 8 health rules are going to really help you. I know they may seem like something small, something funny, something to joke around with, but these are the basic 8 health rules that God gave us so that we may live a happy life. God doesn't want us to live a miserable life. He wants us to live a happy life. And we hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, we are God's Pharmacy, and Your health is
your happiness.
your
Yeah,
happiness.
so don't forget to like, subscribe, just push that bell. It's a bell. Yeah, notification, and share with your friends.